excited was your family when you got back?
Oh, they was. Kennedy didn't stop talking. Kiera was happy to not be a single mother anymore. Man.
That's real.
Cassidy was whooping her ass, but
yeah, I can see that. I can see that being a concern with you out of the home. I can definitely see that. Drew, what's up, bro?
I need one of those cryo chambers for my body that the athletes go through, and they just freeze their whole body from the neck down. Dude, it's just soreness after soreness, man.
We getting old, man.
We're getting old. Just haven't stopped moving since 7:30 this morning.
Bro, that's literally me. I went to a hoop run at 6 o'clock. I'm like, bro.
I saw your story. I was checking like the mental math. I was like, he's fucking an hour after I fucking got up. Like, Jesus, B.
Dude. Oh man, just trying to get it, bro. Trying Pilates this Friday, so y'all still a prayer up for y'all mans, because I'm scared as hell. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Are y'all good with letting in Ty?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure.
All right, bet.
Let's get this shit over with.
I'm trying to let him in. Let's see.
Perfect.
What's good?
Welcome back.
How you doing, man?
I'm cool, man. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Living.
Ty,
What's
when you first joined, Ty, you had that look that a kid typically has when they
did something bad.
So I just gotta ask you, you good? You up to no good, or you just chilling?
I'm cool. I'm just over here chilling, bro.
That's what's up, man. Well, I want to take the time to first thank you for joining us, but also, all three of you now are fathers, and as it's in the evening on a Wednesday, I just want to ask you, Ty. We'll just get right into it. I've come across some of the music that you've been releasing, and I wanted to ask you, like, do you notice a difference when it comes to your creative process, or maybe your reason why you're getting into music again and kind of finding inspiration? Does it have any relation to your maturity as a father and kind of some of the things now you may look at differently?
I would agree. But it wasn't like that at first. It was difficult to create just because the responsibility I have now of watching over somebody. And it's like you don't really have the time to do the stuff that you used to do. So that was like a huge adjustment in itself. But
damn, breach.
y'all know. It's a huge adjustment. It ain't about you no more, bro. It's like instantly when I seen my son hair, my whole perception of life changed. And right then I knew, like, okay, it's all about him now.
Were you in the delivery room?
Oh, yeah, I was right there, bro.
You're lucky.
The whole way.
I didn't get that experience, and I've actually met a bunch of other people who've had completely different experiences.
Dang.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, I was there the whole way. Seeing everything, it wasn't as disgusting as people try to make it seem. It was actually like a beautiful thing. But to jump back on topic, I had a conversation with my wife, and she was like, if you love music, then just find a way to make it happen. So gradually, I was creating, and then I finally came to like, okay, I think I got something to put an album up. And then I dropped the album, Lemonade on Sunday Volume 2. So.
Hey, man. Congratulations. Street's been waiting.
He said Street's been waiting.
I will let you know, we were anticipating a new heat, but no, literally, yesterday, I think I sent you that picture, like, Shuffle Mode, brought some of your previous work up, man, and your music has a way of just putting you in, like, this relaxing element where, like, you almost feel like you also need to be creating something of your own. So, like, honestly, a lot of times I'll put your music on and I'll, like, kind of journal, but, like, I just want you to know, like, when you create something of your own, like for me personally, it's hard for me to listen to our podcast after we record.
Yeah.
Like it's just something weird I can't do.
Yeah.
So to hear people tell us like, hey, was listening to the podcast, like me and Drew will be at basketball, like it's something that never gets old. So I just was curious, like with you creating music and me sending you that picture, let you know like, hey, we want you on the podcast and we love interviewing, but like the real, music you're creating, like bro, I enjoy it. So Does that get old to you when you have people, reaching out and saying how they enjoy some of your work, or is that something that you'll never take for granted, kind of similar to something we've expressed?
No, it never gets old. I never take it for granted. I'm always appreciative about it because you didn't have to take the time out your day to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? That's really why I make music.
We did.
I know, but it's just like when people tell me that, it's just like y'all literally took time out your day to listen to something that I made, and the fact that y'all enjoy it makes it even better. And it just made me feel good to know that I'm doing something and I'm putting something positive out in the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I love about tapes like that. There's a artist that I listen to is called Dirty Art Club, and that's all they make is instrumental. But they make instrumentals that kind of have a theme to them. So when I listened to your project, I smoked a little. It was a Sunday morning, ironically, but I smoked a little, and I played it, and I was like, dude, I'm about to clean the whole house.
Yeah.
So sure enough, it just put me in that mood. Like, there's something about it, something therapeutic about listening to beats like that. Just you start in a way without actually doing it. You're putting the words to your day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I respect. I thought it was an amazing project.
I appreciate it.
Too. Ty, I show you love all the time. I know
All the
you
time.
are, bro. But I'm seriously a fan of yours. So I was really looking forward to it, and I always appreciate your music. It's funny how all three of us, Ty's music affect us in different ways. Because when I listen to his music, it sounds like a movie score. So I'm like, oh yeah, like
that's hard.
I'm looking for like the scene. I'm looking at scenes, and I'm looking at like how it intros in and X's out. And even like in this album, you got people talking, telling you like how they appreciate you as well, giving you your flowers and stuff too. But it feels like it's like a autobiography, so it's super dope, and I appreciate it. And I told you this already before, but you lucky I can't rap. It'd be over for these niggas. All right?
The tape would have been full of bars.
Barred up.
Oh man,
That's the other thing too about instrumental tapes is like people back in the day really used to take them and make their own shit out of them, and I feel like you don't see that anymore with a lot of artists.
I kind of leave it. Really, that'd be the whole purpose of it, because it's an instrumental tape, but I got songs that I put out probably back in like 2021, 2022 that people actually made into real songs. You know what I'm saying? So I always go into it like this can be used for something just more than just a beat
How does
tape.
that make you feel when you hear their final version of it? Like, is it always what you intended, how it should have sounded, or you just appreciate the way they took it in that direction?
I appreciate the way that they took it in the direction. And usually it's somebody that I know and we collaborated with on something before. So they always kind of run it by me like, yo, I'm planning on doing this. What do you think about it? Like, what input do you have? And usually I'm just like, bro, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just send it to me so I can listen to it. Yeah. But you got creative control. Do your thing.
So, I know you're super gracious about somebody rapping on your record, but have you ever had somebody that completely blew your mind? Like, you heard it, and it's like it was never what you intended. They took it to another level, and you was like, damn, like, I was just bullshitting. But, I mean, but you really smoked that. Like, has anybody ever really, like, impressed you like that?
Yeah, my homeboy, Joe, we call him Bar King. That's his rap name, Bar King. But, man, I done made so many beats, and he done rapped over so many beats. We didn't even put it out yet. Like, we got one that's just sitting. We just waiting on the time. But, like, he lived up to his name, bro. Like, that's all I can say. I'd be amazed at just the storytelling, the lyrics that he come up with, the bars, just like his thought process behind like every word that he's saying on the song. It's just like, it's crazy because he's an older dude. He's about in his 40s, but you can't tell by them bars, man, by the passion and by the zeal that he got when he put them bars down on them beats, bro.
What about the opposite?
I was just about to say, Drew, thank you. Because I thought me and Gerard had the same question, but trash. I want to know, Ty. You ain't got to drop no names, but
hey, I'm like,
hey, don't you ever hop on one of my beats again? Don't you ever disrespect me? Matter of fact, don't ever rap no more, bro. Like, you no more my words. Come on, you got to talk to me, Ty.
So I'm real picky in a sense. So I ain't never really had nobody send me nothing back that was bad. you know, because usually I'm kind of vetting.
There was a pause in there. There was a pause.
So if Ren and 10, the hip hop Dalmatians hit you up, you're not gonna sell them a beat. You're not gonna send Ren and 10 a beat, okay? Because the whole is mine was a hit. All right, you know what I'm saying. So you can't really can't say no to them.
So I'm at this point. I'm at this point in life, right? I'm trying to navigate between the business side and like being attached to the art. And usually I'm more attached to my art, so it's hard to just be like somebody that can't rap, and I know they can't rap. Be like, yeah, I want to rap up one of your beats. It's kind of like, I don't know, bro. I need to hear some more stuff from you before I can just send you a beat. You feel me?
Political. Look, there you go. There you
like
go.
I'm not gonna even hold you. You like I can't. My name is my name, bro. Like I'm not trying to be the star of the whole song. Like people listen to the song and be like, oh, it's trash, but the beat was straight. Like I don't want that. I want somebody to outshine the beat. Like that's the whole point.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
That's
that.
fair. Well, offline, I'll ask you the same question again. You don't want to. We talk about that later. But on a serious note, I wanted to ask you: are there any projects you've been listening to? Like I said, you talk about having to get your inspiration back and getting back into the music. Are there any projects that you listened to and you were like, man, I feel inspired to really get back to what I love to do? Whether it's any of your favorite artists, whether it's any old music that you listened to that gave you kind of that fire again. Just anything you listen to that could have motivated you to, get back to what you're really good at.
So at that time, I was listening to a lot of jazz music. It was hard for me to for some reason, it was just hard for me to listen to music. Like I wasn't really enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? I think the only person I was really listening to every day was Kendrick when he dropped G and X for real. So it was just Kendrick and jazz music. Like that's what I was on. And obviously some of my beats got like jazz elements to it. So that kind of sparked the idea to incorporate some of those elements, but also like old school, like soul, like 70s, Teddy Pendergrass, Bobby Womack, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Many Riperton, people like that kind of inspired me to figure out, okay, how I want this album to sound and what do I want to put out? And that's kind of where I was at that time.
It's funny you mentioned Teddy Pendergrass.
I still owe you that remix. I ain't forgot about you, bro.
Oh, I forgot all about that. We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
But no, the thing about it, like when I be doing the remixes, it's just like I'm listening to. I'll give you an example. I did the remix of Tiana Taylor, one of her songs. So it's because I love the song so much. In my head, I'm thinking like, all right, what go with this? As far as like music-wise, musicality, like what go with this? And it's like a lot of times it low-key just comes to you because I started humming. Like, for example, I used that "Love Don't Live Here No More" for one of her beats. So I just started humming that over what she was saying, and I'm like, okay, let me try to incorporate that, and it ended up working. So that's usually how the process works when I'm doing remixes. Now, if I was just to sample the song by itself, that's a little bit easier because it's like. It's kind of like a blank canvas. I don't have to add too much to it. I could just focus on the sample. I don't have to worry about adding vocals into it to like make it a mashup,
I have a question. You talked about your process. So for anybody out there that has never dropped an album of their own, when you're getting ready, everything is done, and you're hitting that last button to submit it or publish it wherever it's going to go, what are the emotions that kind of, go through your mind or go through your head as you're basically submitting something you care about so deeply to the world, basically, to listen and enjoy? Like, is there any, fear of that, wanting it to be perfect and it always being like minor things you feel like you could tweak, or it's just like, hey, I'm done, and whoever listens to it, I'm just waiting to hear what they think?
So in the beginning, it was, I wanted to be perfect. Like, I hope people listen to it. But as I've matured and just got a different lease and outlook on life, it's kind of like the people that's going to gravitate toward it is going to find it, and that's who it's for. And I did my part by putting the art out. It's up to everybody else to interpret it and enjoy it how they want. So after I hit submit, I'm not thinking about it no more. I let it go into the world and do what it's supposed to do,
Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What album is this for you? This your third? Or what?
Technically my third because I did a collab album with my boy Bryce. But it's my third. This is my second album under my name, but it's my third album Yeah.
Okay. So I guess kind of leaning towards what B said. On your third album, how does it feel now that you're on album number 3 and you're able to release stuff now? Like, does it change mentally how you or your creative process? Does it change how you feel? Do you have a favorite within the 3? Like, it's like your third kid. So how do you go about it now?
I can never just be like, this is my favorite. But I will say Volume 2 is my favorite just because of how I've grown musically and just how much better I got at making music. Because I listen to old beats and I just be like, yo, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Even if people think it was good, it'd be stuff in it that's just like, yo, why? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's usually a lot of self-critiquing going on with me, with my music. But now it's just kind of like, it's like second nature at this point. So it's just like, if it's trash, it's not going to see the light of day. But if it's good, I'm going to share it immediately because I want people to hear it.
Just say, after you hit submit for this album, how fast until you start working on the next one? I'm sure you're always brainstorming, but like until you actually hit record on the next project, do you go right away or you take a little time?
So I'm always creating. I never just be like, I'm about to work on the next project. It kind of just happened that way. So, like for example, some of the beats on Volume 2 is like 3 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I went back and kind of like modified it a little bit because it fit like the story that I was trying to tell. So, you know, some of the stuff I have is usually been I created it earlier on, but I feel like it fits what I'm trying to do, so I go back and get it. So as far as working on the next project, like yeah, I have like ideas in mind, but I don't just solidify it. Like yeah, I'm working on this project next. It's just kind of like a bunch of loosies until I get the idea like, oh yeah, I want to make an album based around this, and then I just start compiling stuff and creating new stuff.
Nice.
I see that poster behind you. Is that MF Doom by chance?
Yes, it is. I got that for my my 32nd birthday. My wife bought it for me.
I was just about to ask before B brought it, I was like, did you draw that?
No, it was this record store in Atlanta called Criminal Records. So I had went for my birthday and I saw this poster. So I bought that. Well, she bought that in like a Sade record for me.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
Happy belated, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, Ty, as a person that hasn't listened to much MF Doom, and being the casual of the show, as an MF Doom fan, what would be the biggest reasons you say, hey, if you never listened to him, you should check this out because blank. Why should I listen to MF Doom, or why is he so
I'm about to
important
walk
you?
away.
Bro. Because he versatile. You know what I'm saying? He produces and he raps. But, bro, it's really like he just cold and he got bars, bro. And you got to listen to like what he really be saying because some people be turned off. It's always a running joke. Like, people listen to MF Doom be scaring the hoes. Like, that'd be a joke.
He was so unique, though.
But it's like, bro, like, his flow, I know him and Madlib did a lot of stuff together. It's just like, MF Doom is a legend, bro. And it's kind of like one of them things. He's like your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, I say just listen to MF Doom. And if you do listen to something, listen to Doomsday, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's not.
What's the speak your mind, Drew?
The Mouse and the Mask is my favorite, personally. That's the one he did with Danger Mouse, and that's just phenomenal. I mean, they're all good, truthfully, but a
All of them are
personal
good?
favorite. I would
Or Matt.
his catalog is damn near flawless.
If you really want to start somewhere, listen to Mad Villainy first.
I mean, yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I would have suggested.
Yeah.
Ty, I want to take a step back. Thank you for not judging me for being honest about not listening to MF Doom, because I feel like there's definitely more people out there that haven't listened to him. But again, I try to, give everybody a play and get a feel for, hey, I might not be, a lyrical miracle type of hip hop fan, but I just want to get familiar with everybody. So he's one of those people you always hear about, but I literally have not ever tapped into his music. I always think about it. So I appreciate this conversation.
I always say like it's never too late to discover an artist. It's just like when you discover them, it's just a matter of appreciating it, you know. Because once you discover them, you can't go back. You feel me? It's like you fell into the lore of everything, and you understand why people gravitate towards these artists. You know, once you discover them.
That's funny because I've said on here before, I'm actually jealous of B that he hasn't heard a lot of these because, like, think of how much shit's out there that we love that we've heard over the years that he hasn't. And you hearing it for the first time, B, when you come back on here and review some, I'm impressed that like, you found the love that I loved years ago in it.
Bro, it's like literally being able to time travel. Like you said, Ty, like even we talked about Dolce, like she's still her project she dropped is like continuing to have its highest, you know, amount of sales week after week, and it's like we live in such a like, oh, FOMO, like we gotta listen to everything. It's like, bro, you don't have to. Like you're not gonna be able to. So it's okay to listen when you get the chance to, but no, like being able to, I heard a Big Sean, we were hooping the other day, Drew, there was a Big Sean track on the playlist where I don't know if I ever heard it from beginning to end, but like that show's fire. So I'm now motivated.
Time? RW, was it Roll Weed Time? That's the one I added.
It might be because it's a song I definitely hadn't heard before from Big Sean. So I heard it and we was hooping. I'm like, damn, this like he going, but
that was it.
Ty, what's something new that you've heard that turned you to a fan? Like it might not be a new artist, but something new that just you became a fan of.
It's a new artist for sure. His name is Sonny Miles, bro. It's like he's like R&B, neo soul. He got like that old school sound, but he's like a young cat. You know what I'm saying? But his album's so hard, bro. I think it's called Gamma, if I'm not mistaken. But that album slap, bro.
What's his name?
Who's the guy you put me on that you randomly came across? R&B singer too.
I don't know if I can pronounce his name. So,
what do you say his name was? Ty Sonny what?
Sonny Miles.
Sonny Miles. Bro, I butcher names all the time. Just give it your best shot because you literally sent me his music. I'm like, bro, this is amazing.
His name is El Miani. Okay.
Oh, hey.
He cold.
Bro, I'm telling like, dropping me 2 songs. I'm like, damn, like this is like that real nice, like, hey, drop top, you and your lady driving, like, got it playing, and like you just enjoying the scenery and enjoying the vibes. Like,
bro, I seen the video today on TikTok. He was covering Fantasia, "Free Yourself," bro. He was killing that job.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna need that video.
He was killing that job.
That's what made me send the tracks to B, because I was watching him doing covers after, like, I think it was after the Oscars or something like that, and they had like a party and he was doing covers. I'm like, hey, if you doing covers like this, I know you got some original music out there. And I just searched his name and he had some fire. Bro is cold. Yeah.
Whatever album that had like the Def Jam Vendetta cover, that's the one I had discovered. Yeah.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, he's dope.
Well, Ty, I know you. Well, I'm pretty sure you're hooping again now, but I know back in the day, you for sure you not. Okay. I'm trying to give you a little credit, Ty, but you gonna be honest.
I need the hoop. I ain't hooped in a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I know you was a hooper. I know T-Mac was your boy. We got the playoffs coming up, so I'm just curious. Are you, with all the stuff you have on your plate now and making music, are you still a basketball fan? And if so, are you enjoying watching, any specific teams at this point right now?
Of course. I just came in second place in the fantasy league. I lost because players wanted to sit out, bro, at the last minute. But of course, I'm always keeping up with the Pistons, bro. Like, they going crazy. I love to see just how well that they turned the team around in the year, bro. It's just been amazing to see. I've been down here I've been down here having the time of my life. I've been telling folks like Detroit coming back, bro. Y'all keep hating. We coming back. Stop playing with me.
I was about to ask you, how is it down there in Atlanta?
Man, especially after last night.
Well, hey, they can't say nothing out here because the Falcons suck. So, I mean, the Hawks is mid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The only thing they really care about is Georgia, for real.
I would say the Braves are ass this year too.
We don't talk about them either. I don't care. But know what I'm saying? I remember having a conversation with one of my homeboys' friends at the beginning of the football season, right? And I was like, the Lions going to the playoffs. Watch. And dude tried to tell me they weren't going. And I wish I could see him again. Like, what was that you were saying?
I love it. I love it.
I'm here for the pettiness 100%.
Oh, man.
But do you have any predictions with the playoffs coming up? Is there any player you like, hey, I don't care what time they own, I'm for sure tuning in because this guy just must-see TV right now. And again, thinking back to T-Mac, like, you know, you got your Ant Edwards, you got a lot of young stars, honestly. So I'm just curious, who are some of the players that you enjoy watching right now?
I'm definitely a fan of Ant. Always a fan of Brian. You know, I'm going to watch Brian till he put the shoes down. But I'm interested to see how that series is going to go because I know Luka there now. That's going to be a good series. Ant gonna ball out, but I think the rest of the team going to suck. I think the Pistons gonna beat the Knicks, bro. Like,
absolutely,
they about to beat them in six, bro.
Come on, man.
And then I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing
light up Madison Square Garden. I can't wait.
Yeah, I seen this clip with Bobby Portis today. I'm interested to see what he gonna do. He look like he about to be on the Vintage tour, bro.
Hey, I quoted that video where he said, "Hey, I'm just trying to hoop."
He said he been through a lot, bro. He been through a lot.
Hey, when he went through the list of like, I done got robbed, I done lost my grandma, I done got suspended 20 games. Ain't nothing that can shake. He like, I just want to hoop, check up, like I just want to ball. I'm like, hey, whoever has to guard that man, good luck. We already just see what he can do to even his teammates when he get angry.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna be long for series for somebody.
I think Orlando will get Boston to run for their money too.
Yeah,
you think so?
I think so.
It depends on which Paulo show up.
Depends what Cole Anthony shows up too.
Yeah.
And Franz.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got pieces, but
I might give Orlando one game.
One game.
One game,
and that's
ugly.
I'm curious to see what the Clippers do with the Nuggets, though. I'm curious about that one.
I feel like James Harden held it down to where Kawhi could like get healthy. Norman Powell had like a career year. Like
Kawhi been hooping on the sneak though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Kawhi been hooping on the sneak, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, that's the thing. Like if he's available and he's feeling good, he gonna produce. But it don't take much for him to get hurt, so you never know. And then also James Harden, you never know which one you're gonna get in the playoffs. So I do.
I'm saying I got a conspiracy theory about the finals.
Do tell.
Okay, so you know how everybody was complaining about the ratings being down for the NBA. It ain't the same. And Luka get traded to the Lakers, and we was all shocked.
I already know what he about to say.
We was all shocked, bro. I feel like it's gonna be Luka. It's gonna be the Lakers versus the Celtics in the finals because that's what they want.
And
then
that's always a ratings boost.
And then the Lakers gonna win, right? And then LeBron gonna retire, and he gonna give his crown to Luka. Like,
that'd be dope. That'd be kind of dope.
Hey, Gerard was talking about movie scores earlier. Hey, I can see the vision. I ain't gonna hold you up, but I do have a parlay on the Lakers winning. So if it happened, hey, we turn it up, baby. We turn it up.
What'd you parlay it with?
You said what, Drew?
What'd you parlay it with?
Honestly, so I have a parlay. I put like $5 on JB Bickerstaff Jr. winning Coach of the Year, Lakers to win the finals, and AJ Pinch, the manager for the Tigers, to win Manager of the Year. If it hits, I'm pretty sure it's like $5,800. So
send me that. I'll tail it for $5. Why not?
I don't know if it's gonna have the same odds, but the closer we get,
I'll take
some of those happening. I'll take a good cash out. I'll take a good cash out. I don't even $5. No, hey, I'm just trying to feed my son at the end of the day, man. we all fathers at the end of the day. We just trying to provide for our families as best we can, man.
Oh my God.
But no, Todd, I know we're all proud of you, man, and I'm just glad because I remember talking to you and you were like, man, I'm just not feeling, dropping or working on anything right now. Like, I just don't have that inspiration. I feel like that's really the thing I wanted to ask you about the most. Like, as an artist and somebody who does creating for so much, when you have those, you have it called writer's block if you're a writer, but like, I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there that just don't have that motivation at certain points and almost feel like they need to maybe force a project or put something out there. But you did the opposite. You took a step back and you waited until you found the inspiration. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what was the most important part of that process? And like looking back now, do you feel like it only helped you moving forward to now have that hunger again and know what it's like to kind of take that break?
Truth be told, going to therapy, bro. I went to therapy because I had some stuff I was dealing with internally, and just with all the the new stuff that was going on. Like the day my son was born, we closed on the house the same day, so I had to move everything out the apartment into the crib. It was that.
Wow.
They're just feeling the weight, of being the father and taking care of my family. You know, then on top of that, just not really being excited about music, especially the business side, because people try to play you and get over on you. So I was just kind of like just over it, bro. I almost was about to just call it quits altogether, if I'm being real with y'all. But end up going to therapy, just kind of talking to my therapist, working some stuff out, and just realizing like the journey is what makes this whole thing fun. And it kind of just helped me remember why I started making music in the first place. Because when I started making music, it wasn't even about money. It was just about, you know, healing whatever I had going on at the time and just being creative and expressing myself. So I tried to remember that going into everything I make. Like, why do I make music? I do it mainly for me because I enjoy it. And, you know, it's just freeing. So I try to keep that at the forefront of my mind when I'm creating. And I think that's how that helped me get to something regarding the album. Like, it helped me get to that place with that.
Are you someone who thrives under pressure? Do you like to, like, when shit gets heavy, do you got to take time off and, like, kind of be by yourself for a minute?
It depends on what the situation is. Because I'm
like, let's
usually...
say, I mean, like that with your house and the kid. I'm sure work.
Oh, I had to...
You know?
I had to be... Bro, I had to be cool, bro. It was so much going on. I couldn't...
Man.
I couldn't fold. I couldn't fold under pressure. I had to make sure I had to keep it together for my family. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I was tired. All I gotta say is thank God for my family. Thank God for my wife family because they helped us out a lot, bro. Through that time, nice. They helped us out a lot.
I know I joked about, you know, all of us being fathers, and obviously you three are actual fathers, but like being, you know, having responsibility now with a pet and seeing like what that entails. And I tell Gerard and Drew all the time, like, I can only imagine what the real thing is because thankfully I have an insulated garage. So when my dog get on my nerves, hey, go hang out in the garage. Yeah. Like, you can't do that with your kid. Like, you got nap time, but I think you touched on something that's very important. It's like, as men, you hear the phrase like happy wife, happy life, and it's basically a lot of almost your values based on what you can provide. But like you say, that is heavy. And I think the more we're able to discuss certain things as you guys being fathers and just being like, hey, some days you just got to keep pushing even when you don't feel like it, but also understanding like, you know, you got to lean on your brothers sometimes. You got to be able to, like you say, having a therapist, like, bro, life is hard for everybody. But when you're also that, you know, that male figure for a household, like, that's a lot of pressure. And at the end of the day, sometimes pressure can burst pipes. So to hear you say, like, I went to therapy, like, I think that's very powerful. I wanted to commend you for that, but also just all of y'all knowing, like, it's okay, those moments where it's like, man, I don't know how I'm going to make a way, but I'm going to figure it out. Like, that's where therapy comes into play. That's where faith comes into play. That's where, like you said, your family, like, your support system, like, making sure everything is straight, but also checking on your people, man. Like, everybody going through something. You never know. And I think that's one of the things that therapy teaches you, like, hey, you take a step back, look at things from kind of like a gratitude perspective, but also knowing, like, hey, it's okay those days you need to take a break, you need to take, you know, a rest, vacation, whatever it is, but, like, we all going through something. So I commend you, Ty, for pushing through the way that you did, for answering transparently like you did. Like, I'm really inspired by what you just said.
No doubt. Because I just want people to know that you're not by yourself at the end of the day. You might feel like it, but you can always go to somebody, you know.
Always.
A lot of people feel like they can't, which is sad. And I felt like that before. I know that ain't true, but, you know, it just, as men, that's sometimes we get in that mindset, in that mood, and it's like, you know the truth, but your mind tries to play tricks on you, so you have to, like, be very careful with that.
Yeah. like feeling like you're a burden by telling somebody like, hey man, like I got a lot on my plate. Like, no, it's okay to communicate. So in the best form, we've had the episode with therapy, but like just knowing you may not need to go to therapy for life, but like, hey, if you're going through something, reach out and knowing, like you said, people are there for you. Like that's very powerful, bro. Like, all I can think about is the young man for LSU that, you know, was going through a legal situation, end up, you know, checking out, and it's just like, man, you see all this outpour of people that just, you know, wish they could have been there, wish he would have said something. So, you know, I don't know the specifics for sure, but like, you always have people that do really want, you know, to see the best for you. So, always reach out, you know, check on your people. But no, I can't thank you enough for the way that you answered that question. Like that was amazing.
Yeah,
no doubt, bro.
You know, a lot of people listening is gonna appreciate that as well. Like I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you persevered because, like I said, I'm a real fan of your music, and you know, just selfishly, I want you to keep going because I know, like at the end of the day, there's success waiting for you there. And I know you make music for yourself, but I know other people appreciate your talent as well. So I'm glad that you went through your therapy and you found the joy again. So like I definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
100%, man. Well, you know, I can't wait for you to drop that fire that the hood cannot wait for. Like I said, I know it's on the way, but. No, man. I mean, to wrap it up, is there? Drew kind of mentioned earlier. Is there a project that you feel like motivated to create after you just released the album? Are you going to let it ride for a minute? Or I know you have the album that you did with your boy. Is it possible that a part 2 may be on the way for that? What's kind of some of the future projects you have in the works, if any?
I got a part 2 to an EP I did called Lord Have Mercy. So. Lord Have Mercy Part 2 coming soon. It's about to be crazy.
You got to drop some vocals on one of the tracks.
Hey, so what's crazy? You know? What's crazy about that? I did a little something on one of the tracks. I don't like it though.
Send it our way. We'll be the
what
judge.
Do you not
Send
like?
it our
Are you
way.
singing or are you rapping?
I'm kind of like, I'm like singing, but I ain't singing. It's just like melodic. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But I don't like it.
You know what?
You don't like the sound of your voice, or you don't like?
I don't like the sound of my voice. Like the beat is fire. I don't like the sound of my voice. Like I'm working through that. I even put auto-tune on it because I know I ain't the best singer. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably just overthinking it.
Practice makes perfect, man.
Right.
Honestly, we've had an episode where I literally say like I had to come to grips with like listening to my voice on the podcast, so I understand that. But I do know this podcast, they review music, and actually people have sent them, you know, music before they released it to the world. So if you'd be interested, I know this great podcast. It's called Two Hip Hop Senseis and Casuals. So before you drop it, hey, just know we here for you. And we'll give you our honest feedback. But like, hey, if you need any soundboard, just let us know.
I got you. If I decide to keep the vocals on it, I'll send it.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I would love to hear that just to know, like, I do feel like 85-90% is like just you being self-conscious. Like, it's your work. Like, it's your artistry. Like, you're always going to be, you know, probably more judgmental than other people. But I would love to hear that. Like Drew said, like, that's one thing I think of when I listen to your music. Like, man, I wonder what his actual vocals will sound like on some of these tracks. So I would love to hear it.
I'm kind of like Gerard. I wish I could rap though, cause
hey, listen,
I would rap over.
40, we gonna make an album, all right?
Hey, let's go, man.
When I turn 40, it's over. For
we gonna call it. We ain't never too old. What you saying?
Never too old. Okay.
Gerard, I would love to write lyrics for you, and you just rap them. I feel like that'd be the perfect combo.
I turned 40 in 3 years. Bring all your best raps, okay? Ty is producing my shit, all right?
I got it.
It's about to go crazy, all right?
We'll have B doing ad-libs on it.
Yeah. We're gonna have B do the intro. You know how like Morgan Freeman did that intro for 21 Savage.
B, you gotta tell Ty and Gerard that idea you had about that mixtape back in the day. You remember that?
Sorry for the wait?
Sorry for the wait.
Bro, I'm telling I had so many ideas, man, but it never came to
Hey,
fruition.
listen, gather them all together because in 3, it's gonna be a process.
It's
3,
gonna be.
as soon as I
wait.
turn 40,
This is a nice collab
it's
album.
over. All right.
Hey, if you ain't learned nothing
It's
from
it.
me, I don't know if y'all been peeping my social media lately. I've been like releasing old beats. I don't care if they trash or good. I've been releasing old beats just to get them out, so I can open up for creativity and new ideas.
I like that.
So
No, that's real.
whatever ideas you got, release it to the world, bro.
I was
Bro.
never a fan when artists would like, maybe have a dud of an album, then they release like a bunch of tracks on a project. Honestly, this day and age, I kind of fuck with it just to see where people's minds were with, even if it's not a theme or like a concept or anything, just to hear where your head was at during that time. It's cool to hear.
Yeah, I seen the quote. It said, well, it wasn't even a quote. Somebody was in the video just saying, the music that you got on your hard drive is no good on your hard drive.
Exactly.
So
That's good. That's good.
So put it out to the world,
Yeah.
whether it's good or not. Put it out.
I'm gonna get that tatted on the arm because that's why you said on the hard drive it ain't no good on it. I like that. I like that, man. You know I gotta try to make you laugh, man. But no, like I honestly, to be honest with you, we always go through like, hey, what's some interviews we need to do? And honestly, all three of us was like, man, we gotta interview Ty soon. Especially when your album was dropping. Like Gerard said, he's a huge fan of yours. Like we really believe in you. We believe in what you do, and it never gets old having you join us on the podcast, man. It's like another brother, man. Like just chopping it up, laughing, and having a good conversation, bro. So we appreciate you for sure.
I appreciate y'all. I don't know if y'all taking like interview suggestions, but I got a homie in Detroit. He go by the name of Kane Bishop.
Yeah.
He next, bro. I think y'all should get him on the pod,
Shit.
bro.
Yeah, send him our way. We'll listen and get him on here.
I think y'all gonna be impressed with his work, bro. Like he cold.
Yeah, send us the link of his music.
Yeah.
Shit,
I
we'll
got you.
interview Bar King as well.
I'm gonna have to talk to him, see if he want to do it. I'm gonna holler at him.
You said he's older, right? So he could hop on this album after we're all 40.
No, that's that. Hey, that's
Hey,
you cook with grease.
Hey,
Come on now. Come on now.
if he want to write, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he do that. He do a lot of writing.
Gerard's
What's funny
got the
about
voice
it?
for it.
He prefers to stay behind the scenes, but
oh yeah, bad.
bro,
Is he a
bro,
freestyle rapper?
is he whatever you need him to be.
Oh shit! So he's a
So
legend.
he like
Tell him
not how to Prince. It
I'm
almost
looking
sound
for
like
a DOC. You know what I'm saying? Because when I turn 40, I'm about to drop the greatest rap album of all time, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
no pressure.
And then that's it. Then I'm gonna disappear.
You better
back
have a
into
block party for the
To,
release.
to add to his to add to his lore, right? I seen he got like the way he organizes all his like rhymes and stuff, all his songs. Bro, he has like a document just full of I don't know how many pages.
Man.
Probably over 1,000 pages.
like real written or a living document, like on the computer.
A living on the computer, like a living document of like
wow.
songs he wrote, bro.
Jeez.
Wow.
So it's like he can literally how we created songs together. He'll hear a beat and he'll like, oh, I got something for that, and then he might refine it, or he might write something totally new to it. Like that's just how much he writes, bro.
That's crazy.
No, Ty, you gotta make this interview happen. Like you didn't hype him up. Where we gotta see what's up. We gotta talk.
I got you. I got you.
Did you ever give him that hard drive line that you just gave us? Because
Bro, I be-
like he's
bro.
sitting on some gems.
I be talking to him. He just got to get out of his head. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how people try to shame people for being older and creating music.
Yeah.
But he talented, bro. I don't know if y'all heard my song. Well, it's not even under my name, but we did a song called "Take the Day Off," and it's like over a house beat. But he's really going crazy on that.
Damn.
So
Send
No,
it
that's
our way.
cool.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, Ty, don't want to take up all your night, man. I just have one more question for you. Whenever you're
Yeah.
ready.
I'm ready.
What you got? What you got playing this Sunday?
What I got planned Sunday? I'm gonna be eating dinner at like somebody's house.
Eating dinner at somebody's house.
Yeah.
Okay. You celebrating the holiday, I assume.
Kinda.
Which holiday?
I don't do that.
Oh, you gonna do? Oh, no, that's gonna be. That's gonna be. That's gonna be. You gonna be celebrating the Lord. It's gonna be Easter. That's the holiday. That
I completely forgot 420 was
I don't indulge. Like, I'll be
You
messing
don't
with it.
know?
Nah,
Okay. I just had our fans was gonna be wondering. I wanted to ask that question. At the end of the day, it's the Lord that matter most, Ty. So as long as you celebrating what really matters Sunday, man, that's really what I wanted to know most. That was on my heart. I had to get that off.
Oh my god, man, this nigga.
I'm sorry.
I had to think about what you were talking about. Cause my mind didn't go there. My mind was Easter Sunday. That's what my mind went. You talking about?
I figured, but I was just curious. I know you don't indulge, so I was just gonna see if you.
You talking about?
He was about to take a spontaneous trip to Atlanta and invite.
I know, right? I'm like,
That's
you
right.
coming down here or something? What's Ty figured it out? He was like, oh hell no.
I'd love to meet the family, Ty.
I'm thinking he like, yeah, I'm about to be in Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be traveling for sure, but I
He gonna be traveling for real.
Ty, we appreciate you joining us, man.
Thank you.
Always a great time with you, brother. And we looking forward to what you got coming, but also just listen to your previous work, man. We appreciate you, bro.
No, I appreciate y'all, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Looking forward to chopping it up with y'all again, whether it's on here or just, in person or on the phone, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
No, man. Thanks again, man. We never can have you on enough, bro. Like, it's always a great conversation for sure.
Always love.
Appreciate that. Same here, man.
Plug your music too while you're here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, Lemonade on the Sunday, Volume 2, out now. TyMakesBeats. I'm gonna plug my homeboy music too, cause I'm all about sharing the spotlight.
Everybody eat.
So,
Everybody eat.
My homeboy Kane Bishop, The Book of Aaron, out now. Y'all gonna really enjoy that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add it right
That's
now.
how you a man of the people, man. That's why I appreciate you.
Hey, bro.
You can focus on you, but you shout out your man. That's real love.
And man of the people, I fight evil. You feel me?
Oh man, but thanks again, Ty. We appreciate you, man.
For sure. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. Take care.
All right, bro.
Y'all too.
Yeah, please. I was gonna say, shuffle mode. There ain't shit. So I added that Sonny Miles he recommended. Now I'm about to listen to this. Nice.
I sent it to.
I typed it in Kane. That's why. Like the damn wrestler. All right, cool. Whew. All right, let's talk about what we didn't listen to.
Right.
Oh man. So first, let's get into Did You Knows real quick. Rap albums that have spent 3 or more weeks at number 1 in the 2020s. Any guesses before I rattle off the list?
3 weeks at number 1.
Yep.
Let me guess. Playboy Cardi just made it.
Sure did.
Jesus.
Music, Playboy Cardi is one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
Travis.
Which one?
Utopia.
Yes, sir.
I'm on a roll tonight,
5 more.
baby. I'm on a
Dry, you got an easy one.
GNX.
Yep. So
Nice.
that's
4 more.
1, 2, 4 more.
Since 2020, you said?
Yes, sir.
2020.
In the 2020s.
Certified Lover Boy?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Gerard. We're cooking, baby.
Drew, you got another easy one.
Eminem?
Nope.
Ooh. How many more? There's 3 left?
Yep. 1 you for sure know. It's hard to give a hint because it's so specific.
I want to say Juice WRLD just because he's always on every list. All right.
But it's the artist you like for sure.
Artist I like. There's a lot of those.
But it's you got a special few that's on a high pedestal.
Tyler.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Gerard.
Which one?
Call me.
Call me.
Nope. Chromacopia.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Jeez.
damn.
Wow.
So
I
now
know
y'all
they
got
went
2
through.
left.
2 more.
I'm gonna just say these because I feel like y'all definitely would know one, but I don't know if you guys would guess the other one. But My Turn with Lil Baby, and then
Never thought.
oh, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of it. PEMFBA, Roddy Rich. What does that stand for?
Please excuse my
Please excuse me
for being antisocial.
for being antisocial.
Yeah, never guessed that. But those
I didn't know that. Yeah, I would have
I
never
ain't
guessed
either.
that went 3 weeks and no more. Yeah.
The box
Oh,
was hot.
Yep. So the rap albums that have spent 3 or more weeks at number 1 in 2020s. That is the list.
Wow.
Also, great job, Drew. You was almost like Gerard when we would play those trivia games. He just
Gerard
guessed
helped
it.
too. Gerard got 2 of them.
No, he did for sure. But you read it off with like the first, I think.
I just
2 or 3 ones, just kind of.
I just had a feeling after the last 2 weeks of Playboy Cardi being number 1, I'm like, oh, here comes a list that he just created. You know?
Yeah, no, that was a given for sure.
Oh.
Drake's now the most successful artist in history of the Billboard 200 chart, surpassing the Beatles. Since we last recorded, his albums have spent over 3,000 cumulative weeks on the charts. Shout out to my GOAT. Also, Kendrick Lamar's GNX is now the highest-selling album of 2025 across all genres.
Wow.
Surpassed Bad Bunny's Debbie Terrar Mas
Damn.
Otos. So shout out to Kendrick. Travis Scott's Utopia has now entered the top 20 most streamed albums of all time on Spotify, surpassing 5.77 billion streams.
That's so crazy because it feels like it doesn't have the single power that Astroworld had. But
No,
I
I would agree
fucking
with
love
that.
that album. But it's just wild that it's breaking all those records.
It's one of those
Yeah.
albums we kind of talk about as time passes, you appreciate it more. You remember when Utopia dropped, I was like, but as time has passed, there's other songs I go back and listen to. I was like, okay. Speaking of which, Gerard, I did text you this week and told you there was a song off Mr. Morale I cannot remember. But since then, there's another one where I heard it on my shuffle mode. So I might have to go back and re-listen to that and see how I feel about it a few years later. Cause
It's not a bad listen. It's not. It's a good album. I don't know. I think Drew just the heavy parts just overlapped it for him, but it's not even that many heavy parts on it. The first half of the album is really good. The second half of the album is talk about therapy.
The second half of the album is what I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, but it's a good album.
I've always been conflicted because y'all know I love my mental health and therapy, but also I think with Kendrick it's just hard because you can go from having fun and enjoying yourself, and then he brings up some heavy topics and it's like, damn, I don't really want to dance no more. It's like
My favorite
Yeah,
song
but
on that
it's-
album is the one he's screaming at his wife on. that's my
But
favorite.
yeah, that's on the second part. But it's called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So there's high energy in the first half of the album. That's the Big Steppers. The Mr. Morale part
And
is
95
the second half.
is on
Yeah.
track 2 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 95 is track 2.
I
Yeah,
like,
literally track 2.
I like Silent Hill. That's on part 2 of the album.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite tracks.
so I'll do some time traveling and check that one out and see if
Speaking of, actually, to piggyback on Kendrick, so I was going to mention in the chat the other day, I was listening to the radio at work, and I swear to God, I flipped through 95.5, 97.9, 107.5, then I went back to 95.5, and in that span, I heard 7 Kendrick songs on rotation.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus
Yo,
Christ, he is dominant.
today I was listening to 97.9. They
Yeah.
played 5 Kendrick songs in a row.
Yeah, they're still playing the one with Future from last year.
Yes,
Dude, it's insane how
They
much
played
it's
like that. They played
Yeah.
Not Like Us. They played Squabble Up. They
Luther.
played Yes,
Yep.
They played Luther and they played TV Off
And Squabble.
in a row.
And Squabble.
I
That's what heard.
said Squabble Up. That's
Yeah.
5 songs in a row.
Insane.
And that's crazy.
so he's
And then
also about to start his the
tour.
Tour,
Yeah.
And whenever you go on tour, your album sales do increase. So to see what he's doing now and then also going on tour, I'm just curious how that's
Yeah.
going
Aren't you going, Gerard, in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm going to the Chicago show. Yep.
When is that one? In June?
June 5th, I think.
Man, that's perfect timing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not too hot out yet.
Yep.
No, it's
Oh,
a good
the
time.
6th, June 6th. June 6th. Yep.
The last time we recorded, we talked about some changes with Billboard. So if you guys remember, we mentioned the rule changes for numbers and streams. Well, Nav had tens of thousands of sales for his new album, On My Way to Rexdale, filtered by Billboard. It was initially projected to sell 82K, but has not made it inside the top 10 and ended up selling less than 40K. So,
Wow.
Oh, he had
That's a big hit.
he had bots.
hate to
Oh,
don't want to rain
damn.
on anybody's parade, but
I'm all for this. Then
I love it.
If it's gonna give us this true data, I'm for it.
Damn.
Bro, like, no, fuck, you're not manipulating anything. Like, no, your record label can try to help you out, but
Yeah.
hey,
You know what? The only thing is, I didn't even know about that, but I knew that they was taking some sales away from people, but they never. I'm pretty sure some of these big artists got bots too. So, but they didn't announce who they were taking sales away from. So, because it probably would have been some big names on there that would have been pretty embarrassing. So, but that's tough, Nav. Damn.
It is.
Like,
so sad, JoJo. So sad. Young Thug announced his new album dropping. Speaking of butchering names, some of these artists just gotta help us out, man. Like Oi Scooty, Scuddy, I don't know. I don't. UI space SCUTI, whatever that pronounces, is the album name.
No
I gave it my best shot, but it's an album on the way nonetheless for May of 2025. So I'm actually looking forward to that.
Who's it by?
Young Thug.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm sure he'll have some great features on
It's
there.
probably an acronym, because wasn't his last album an acronym?
Probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've kind of given up. Just give us normal names for these albums so we can talk about it, please, because my goodness. But on a serious note, I did want to show some love to two queens when it comes to hip hop. The first being Meg Thee Stallion. Hearing about her set for Coachella, she brought out a bunch of legends. And then also, speaking of legends, Missy Elliott, I heard, put on one hell of a show. And I think it's come to a point where people are realizing if she was to just perform hit after hit, like, concert would be hours long. And apparently she came out as an actual transformer and transform. Like, we've always talked about the best music videos back in the day, and shameless plug, go back and listen to that if you haven't. But, like, it's just nice to see some of the old, I don't want to use old, but people from past generations still being relevant to this day. But, like, Missy has always been ahead of her time. So to see her getting this love and recognition, I just wanted to shout out both of them.
Of course.
Because I think that's amazing, bro. Like, man, Missy Elliott. Can you imagine if Missy was like, I'm about to go on a tour? Like,
Sell out in seconds.
Literally, like, I just don't even know what to compare it to. But, like, man, just, again, a legend. So shout out to those queens. Speaking of legends, Charlie Wilson announced Uncle Charlie's R&B Cookout Tour with Babyface, Casey Haley, and El DeBarge.
That's gonna be fire.
Sign me up. I'm trying to find my Gators right now.
That's gonna be fire.
I'm in there. I promise you. That's my kind of concert.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot. I know, Gerard, you also sent us in our group chat on Instagram. There's a few announcements for other tours. I think one was Nelly. I know it was Nelly.
Ja Rule, Nelly, Eve. They going on tour. Who else?
That's another one. And then you sent us another one. I cannot remember. I think it was Nas and.
No, that's not a tour. They his record label Mass Appeal. They're releasing 7 albums. So by all legends. So
it's supposed to be a Nas and Premier album.
Yep, Nas, DJ Premier, Mobb Deep, Ghostface Killer, De La Soul, Big L, Raekwon, and then it says the epic return of, and they didn't announce who that was yet. So
Damn.
I wonder who that could be. So these are
but
new albums, I'm assuming?
Yep, all new albums.
I look forward to the Nas one for sure, because
I'm
you talk about shuffle mode. It's been some slaps from Nas that
I'm excited
like,
for the Big L one.
But the Nelly concert is Ja Rule, Nelly and the St. Lunatics, Eve, Fabulous, Chingy, and then other special guests such as, well, they don't say who the special guest is.
I think that's like the surprise, like,
yeah, just
extra
whoever is there, right? Whoever.
Yeah, so. I wonder what Eve's like in a concert. I always enjoy Eve, but I've definitely never seen her in concert. Never seen like clips.
I've never seen her in concert. I've only seen her when she did her versus Trina, and so yeah.
Damn, I didn't watch that.
I feel like she dipped out too early on music. Like she was.
You think so?
Scorpion was her last big album, wasn't it? With Let Me Blow Your Mind.
I just know that Eve was one of those people that,
and that was like 203 or something like that, maybe 01. And then
Once
she
I
didn't
saw
really do
Eve,
much.
once I
No,
saw
her
Eve,
last hit was Tambourine. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
once I saw Eve acting, I'm like, yeah, nah, she's not gonna be rapping for long. Like she's a
But
national. Like,
but
she's,
you're right. Her last album was in 2002. So yeah,
Damn.
you're right. I don't know.
That's way too early for her. But
Yeah.
as Mariah tells me all the time, she's loaded, so she doesn't have to work a day in her life.
Oh, you know her
Because
her
of her
husband
husband.
is really rich. So
Filthy
yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
lucky ass. You got all the money you want, and you get to look to your left in bed, and you got Eve next to you. Like, what else do you need in life? Like, what? Come on, let's move on. That's on me. What really went down between Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Critchington, sorry, unpack how a gambling dispute led to guns drawn in an NBA locker room. Untold, a Shooting Guards premieres on Netflix May 6th.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually looking very highly anticipating that one. Also, Tommy Davidson will reprise his Martin role of Varnell Hill in a spinoff of the 90s sitcom ordered by BET Plus, co-created by Martin Lawrence and Bentley Kyle Evans. The series takes viewers behind the scenes of the Varnell Hill Show, the fictional late-night talk show hosted by Davidson's character. It's a workplace comedy set amidst the chaos of TV production. I don't even know how this came about. Like Martin's been off the air for a while, and that's like a classic episode. But to get a spinoff,
That's
I'm
wild.
like, hey, shout out to Tommy because I did not see that coming, dog. Pause, super pause. Well, hey, yo.
Wow, that was crazy.
My bad. Now, that's my bad for sure. And then lastly, Ryan Coogler's. Also, I'm gonna take a step back. Ryan Coogler is one of the coolest dudes ever. Like, Dry, you sent me him being a college football player, which never knew about. But also, like, if you didn't know who he was and you hear him in these interviews, and as soon as he starts talking 5 seconds, you're like, oh, he's from Cali. He got the whole Cali play, right? But like to be as great as he is with directing, but also like I love it when you see people just being their authentic self. All the interviews he's done for his latest movie, Sinners, like to hear him articulate, but also at the same time like full blown Cali, like he's from Cali. I just love that about him. So speaking of Sinners, it's one of the only movies ever to get a near perfect score or a near perfect certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes with a 99% rating. To be honest, I know that Jonathan Majors was supposed to be in this movie once upon a time, and then to see it kind of focus on Michael B. Jordan, I was just skeptical about how it would work, but you hear, 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I saw an actual trailer.
Yeah.
It looked good, so I got to support. I don't even really rock usually with those type of, genre movies, but it
I can't
good.
wait. I already bought my tickets. I'm going Saturday and IMAX. Yeah.
That's why you got. Hey, I look forward to rather the next time we record to see what you think.
Yeah.
But no, I can't wait to hear how you review that movie.
That's right up my alley. And they said it played like a Marvel movie. It got 2 end credit scenes. Like this could really become like a series. So yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay. Nice. Well, Drew, without further ado, we can discuss unless you have any nuggets of your own. Okay. Well, I have here what we've listened to, watched, or played, and literally, I will show you guys my notes.
Oh my god!
If it doesn't,
it's glaring, kind of.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to get. Hold on. Let's see.
You turn that brightness down. There you go. Holy moly!
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all see that? Well, let me scroll up. You see underneath blank as hell. That was not by design. Literally, only stuff I've been listening to, fellas, is the stuff I send you on my shuffle. Like we talked about, it ain't shit to listen to right now. So literally, we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I have nothing like new.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a rough time right now listening to music. So you got to throw the shuffle on and kind of do that time travel we talked about. So I'll leave it to y'all. Is there anything that y'all listen to y'all want to discuss?
Yeah. Did you, Gerard?
What you listen to?
I listen. I feel like we're just repeating like from the last episode we do each week because there ain't shit to listen to. So I listened to your guys' recommendations. So I listened to Nassan's album, Proof Son, the Error 404, good album. I'm anticipating every song to hear Proof for some reason, and I know I'm not going to hear it. I don't know, Gerard. It's just how my brain's wired. But like
I told you on Land of
exactly.
I told you on Land of Cap, it don't sound like him and his father had the greatest relationship. So I don't expect to hear Proof at all.
I like that he dropped a line though about being his father's son, so you know he's going to be great. So I appreciated that. But it's a good sound though. I just feel like he needs to come and do his own and find his own sound. Like, because honestly, if you throw him on a mix of a bunch of current rappers and Atlanta rappers,
Jid and
they
and
all,
them, yeah,
and that's
they
the
all
thing.
sound
He
the same.
sounds like Jid. If I was to point out anybody, it was Jid. I heard a lot of that on his album. There's a guy on there. What song is it? I love that he had Babytron and Vezo on it. I thought that was dope. The guy, I think it's Daniel Hex, or it's Sway Vay. Whatever one, they sound identical to Jid. It was when I heard the album, I'm like, holy shit! Like, is this Jid on it? Like, he's got pole, but
that's that new Atlanta flow. So like, they all be sounding like that.
I dug it though. Like, it was such a quick listen. Like when it was over, I was like, fuck, I need to go and hear that again. I feel like I missed a lot of it, but it was good. Very, very impressed by Festival Season, that St. John album. That was.
Oh man, yeah.
I was.
Listen. I love St. John. I'm glad y'all are enjoying his music.
Hearing the pod again from 2 weeks ago, I was dying laughing. Like, well, Dry, why the fuck have you never sent this to us? Because, like, this is right up me and B's alley. Like, I said in the chat, he sounds like a mix of Don Toliver and Rod Wave. And I'm going to digress a little on the Rod Wave, but he does have some sappy lyrics at times, lyrics that, like, you know, crying in the middle of the club or something like that. He touched on that a little bit. But anyways, the energy, though, was so fucking good. And, like, I feel like he's perfected his sound, and I don't even know much about him, but, like, he sounded more like Don Toliver than anything, which I really dug. And just the energy throughout, like, it was one of those days where I was like, I was grinding sun up to sundown, and I played this album twice, and I'm like, dude, this is getting me through the day, how fucking good this is. So I really dug that. And then the last thing I listened to before playing an ass ton of shuffle mode is Joe, who I've mentioned before on the pod. He's Steve from Stranger Things. He released his new album, and me and Bones went on one of those. It released at midnight. We went right at midnight, drove out to the middle of the country, played it, drove back. Fucking good album. Like, this kid is super talented, man. He's like, me and Bones both agree if he was in the 80s, he would have been #1 chart-topping artist, dude. It's phenomenal.
I remember you sent me that album. He's really good.
So good. So his new one came out. It's called The Crux, and it's not as experimental as the last one. It's a little more toned down, a little more vocals, a little more acoustic. It's phenomenal, though. Like, this guy, it's so impressive. Like, when you look at Stranger Things and watch him, like, this kid makes music, and he makes damn good music. So.
He makes really good music.
That's
like you said, in the 80s, he would have been a star. But you know, white people don't make white people music no more. So.
They make what's his face Central C music. That's what they make these days. So that's all I've listened to, boys.
I haven't listened to any albums. It's been all shuffle mode for me too. So
hence why we agreed to name this Shuffle Mode Part 2, this album, because dude, I've been in such a rut lately. Like, I'm honestly grabbing onto anything I can to, like, just get new music into my system. Like tonight, he recommended that Sonny Miles, and then his boy. Yeah. Tomorrow, that's what I'm going to listen to, because there ain't shit to fucking hear right now. So I've been digging back in the crates. I've been looking at all my CDs in the basement. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to this one to revisit. I went back to Boys in the Hood the other day. I'm like, dude, this shit fucking bangs still. Like,
you made me replay that
Everybody Know Me.
No, the Jeezy.
Oh,
Corporate Thuggin'.
The USDA one,
USDA. Dude. You made me replay that, and I was like, I don't know I still love this. Like,
I just couldn't get into it back in the day. Like everybody loved that album. I was like, this isn't Thug Motivation 101.
and it's crazy. It's crazy too because my 20-year high school reunion is next year. And so like they're getting, the committee is getting up and they're posting all our old high school photos, and I can hear USDA through the pictures. Like, so I'm like
bumping out of your skull candies,
right? Like, I was like, I hear this picture vividly. Like, so, like,
it's a funny story though, Gerard. Last Monday, I posted that the young one. The Tear It Up.
Oh, young one?
So
yeah,
we got
yeah.
the ball, and B was like, I've never heard of this guy. I'm like, no, you've heard that song before. So I played it, and I was like, this is every single HBCU anthem.
Yeah.
Like, every drumline anthem. I think it was in Drumline, even. But B, I played it right for the beginning. He's like, oh, yeah, I know this. I never knew it was Young One. I'm like, that's the only shit he's ever made is that album. Yeah. So it's
that's it.
It's been crazy going back and just I listened to The Backwoods the other day. I don't like the look of that. You remember them?
Oh, I remember that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I have that shit burned on CD. I was like, I just need something to listen to right now. It's such a fucking drought. It's depressing almost.
It's nothing out there.
That's all.
So
I've been
it's
doing.
been people. It's been people all over the internet making their Mount Rushmore the kings of R&B, right? And so if you don't like Voldemort, you know what I'm saying, then you might want to fast forward. But he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
Gotta be
R&B. And so I listened to TP2 like Drew.
Phenomenal.
You know what I noticed? Like, so I was just listening to it because like we said, ain't shit going on. So you go back to classic shit. Because I was watching Jermaine Dupri's R&B Money podcast, and he, you know, the name we shall not speak. He was talking about him, and so like I listened to.
Drew you to say the name. Can't
right, Drew want to say it so bad. Right?
Robert.
So I was listening. You know what I wanted to talk to y'all because we nerd out about this. You know what I noticed on Drew for sure on R&B Thug on TP2.
What?
He was doing his best impersonation of Timbaland. He was making a Timbaland record. If you go back and listen to it, like the way because he wrote it and produced it. That's all him, which is why he's so talented. And you know, at that time, which is like 2001, Timbaland was the man.
Yeah.
So he created his own Timbaland beat, and I'm like, bro, dog, this nigga.
What song? R&B Thug, you said?
Yeah.
I gotta go back and hear that. Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
God, that track list is phenomenal.
Bro.
I feel like, Dry, you said, you know, Voldemort is on the R&B list. I feel like that went over my head. Who is Voldemort?
You're not gonna get me to say it. You can tell. You can ask.
Wait, was that his actual? Was that one of his nicknames?
No.
Voldemort.
If you watch Harry Potter, Voldemort is the name that should not be spoken.
That's all I needed. I'm like, bro, like who is the artist Voldemort that I've never heard of? That's on it. Okay. I'm here. I'm picking up what you put down. That's on me. I'm not jiggy with Harry Potter like that. I'm trying to get there though. That's
So like everybody was making they like, and that just reminded me like everybody was saying they Mount Rushmore R&B, and like people got Chris Brown and they had Mike on there, and then they had Usher, and I was like, nah, man, like
I gotta put Bobby Brown on mine. Honestly, like
I mean, I'm putting Stevie and I'm putting Luther on there, so Chris and Mike gonna have to squabble for number 4. Like one of y'all gonna have to the death. I don't know. like
a lot of people be like, well, Mike wasn't really R&B. He was pop. So it's like,
nah, Mike was R&B, bro.
He was both though.
Mike he was both. Yeah.
But he obviously gonna be on my list. So I do have Chris Brown on there too. But that's where it gets tricky because you're
not putting Usher on there.
That's the thing. You got Usher. You got Bobby Brown. I almost feel like
that number 4 spot is. Hey, listen.
I almost feel like I have to put Bobby Brown on there because like he's that one guy that bro. Like
I don't know if I'll put Bobby Brown on my list. You know what I'm saying?
Gerard, was the majority of people putting R. Kelly on there?
Everybody was putting him on there because I mean you can't not. Yeah. unless you just because of his transgressions. But
I thought you were saying like they were purposely leaving him off. So, but yeah,
they was putting him on there. They would have him. The picture that they have floating around the internet now is Chris, is Mike, is R, and then it's Usher.
He won't appear.
Yeah, they locked him in under the basement.
Him appearing is least of my word. No, this ain't how we work.
I'm trying to think who I would do, honest, because mine would obviously be a lot more contemporary, but I would have R. Kelly.
Oh, shocking.
I mean,
I don't think
I'd have R. Kelly, Robert Kelly, the Pied Piper, and I'm joking.
Oh my God, Drew, bro.
Bro, it's like I told you he was itching. So now
right.
This man ever had.
You leave a crack, he kicked the door open. Like,
it's tough.
No, that's like legit. Like you have like the bad boy R&B, like the opposite of something. Like I just feel like for so many people that came after him, for him not to get like mentioned as much as I feel like he should be, man. Like, and he had Whitney. Like you got Jay-Z getting Beyonce, and Bobby Brown has to be right underneath that. Like had the reality show together. Like
so here's where I'll push back. If I just have to be devil's advocate, Bobby Brown has one classic album.
True, as a solo artist. But that's where I come back and say,
yeah, and then he only appeared on 2 New Edition albums.
So you got my pushback to your pushback is hey, you got 3 albums, but this isn't even like strict. Obviously, there's other artists that haven't done stuff outside of music, but like when you think of like the legend of Bobby Brown, whether it's, again, being with Whitney, like that's huge in itself. But also like you're not Stedman, being carried around by Oprah. Like you hold your own in a way next to the queen of R&B to some people. So it's like you have that. He was part of a group. He went solo and had a very successful solo album. So it's like when you add all that together. Also the song I love when he hop out the helicopter.
Oh, with Ja Rule.
Come on, man! Like got a song with Ja Rule. Like it's reality TV star. It's just so many things. He would be in my top 4, but I know it's not going to be a lot of people that agree. I'm in a place where I'm like, I feel like Bobby Brown deserves.
Yeah, I like the idea. Listen, I love Bobby Brown. Y'all know that. Like, I like the idea of Bobby Brown, but he for sure won't be in my Mount Rushmore. Like, but I love Bobby Brown though.
I'm looking at a list and someone put Sam Cooke up there. Would you guys consider him?
I don't consider Sam Cooke R&B, but
when it comes to, I almost feel like it would have to be like a strictly singer list because he started off in gospel. Then
he started off in gospel, then he went to soul. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
but as far as musical goats and what he accomplished at 33, like we talking about a man that was telling people to own their masters back in the 50s and 60s, like bro, like we was still trying to get on motherfucking radio stations consistently, and like he was so ahead of his time. So and then again to see, he's just the ultimate example of you either born with it or you're not. Like my dad always saying, like, hey, if a church needed to sell out in Detroit or anywhere really, and really wanted to make sure they packed the house, hey, they got Sam Cooke on the ticket because everybody was coming out to see him. Like, he wore his hair natural at a point where it really wasn't that many people rocking it natural. Like, just the confidence he gave other artists to like be like, hey, you can be yourself. Like, that's cool. Like, and again, he passed away before 33, and I can keep going. Honestly, you got what's my name? Jackie Wilson. Love Sam Cooke. Like, you have what is his name? Oh, he was randomly on an episode of My Wife and Kids. I don't know why I can't think of his voice. Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls was his backup singer at one point, and he went on to have this great career. Like Bobby Womack, like despite getting his ass kicked, justifiably so. Like all these legends he produced. I don't know, man. He up there. I don't know if he could be top 4, but he definitely legend. So I'm
curious about this one too. Gerard's opinion. Someone put D'Angelo up there.
No, D'Angelo broke through with a new a new genre R&B with neo soul, but he's not. He's not up there.
Gotcha.
Is he responsible for that?
I would say. I wouldn't say he's responsible because him and Maxwell came out the same time. Yeah, so like I would say both of them coming out spawned neo soul. Like, but I can't say it's one or the other because they both came out the same time. So.
Oh, I completely forgot to tell you guys. So, did you see that episode of Abbott with Jill Scott?
Yeah.
So, she was on the episode, and Mariah was like, I had no idea who that was. She was like, I'm going to have to send Poppy to either Gerard or Bees to get her a dose of R&B or something.
Yes. Yeah,
Poppy,
she going to have to spend the night with her god sister. Yeah, she going to have to spend the night with Cassidy. Yeah, we're going to have to
babysitter one night.
Right.
Bro,
I was dying when she said that. She's like, she ain't getting any R&B flavor from me. So.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah, no, I obviously haven't listened to anything. Was there anything else you guys wanted to touch on when it comes to what you listened to?
Let me see.
No, that's all. Honestly, dude, Shuffle Mode has been amazing lately.
They're going crazy.
Yeah,
they're literally going crazy.
I know B probably didn't, but did you, Drew? Did you ever listen to Wale's new single?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, so
good.
I'm looking forward to this new album. So like, I don't know if anybody else have noticed because
Blanco, right? I actually did. Yeah, I did listen to that. Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
So it's a song because I don't know if people knew this about Wale, but he struggled with alcoholism. Mm-hmm. So that's what the song is about. Gotcha. So yeah, I had no idea. It's really good. Yeah, and so because Blanco is tequila. So,
I sent to Gerard this week, and I also sent to Justin that Wale's mixtape "Back to the Future" is on streaming.
Oh yeah, it's on streaming.
No idea at all. So I listened to that this past week, and dude, it took.
And the original song that he did with Lady Gaga with the original beat is on there.
It's crazy that he's got that song with her right before she blew up. So he was very lucky to get that feature.
Yeah. Bro, that shit, listening to that shit, when you sent it to me, I was driving somewhere and I played that shit. Bro, it's so nostalgic. Like,
the whole tape is. Wonder Why with Sean and Mike Posner. I'm like, bro, this takes me back to that summer.
And, okay, here's another person that I just knew. I just knew was going to become a star. And, like, this young Chris from... Bro, I just knew.
I didn't realize he was on every track.
He was on damn near every. Bro, I just knew he was gonna be somebody.
I went through a phase where I was like, dude, yeah, he's not part of the Young Guns anymore, but this dude can fucking rap. Bro. And then every mixtape was fire, and then nothing. Just stopped.
Nothing.
It was.
Bro.
Yeah, shout out. I know Dewan's listening. He was a big fan, so shout out to
Young Chris. Young Chris was a dog. And. Man. I know Joe Budden is a podcaster now, but boy, when he was a rapper, he was elite.
Remember the Titans track? I played that song probably over 1,000 times in my lifetime. I hate to that's why he could talk crazy now. That's why he could talk crazy now because he Titans is incredible,
bro. Yeah, and the song he got with Wale on Back to the Future.
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy, yeah.
Shit, all the Moon music tapes are fire, and some of his albums.
Yes.
People throw I mean, dirt on his
honestly,
name.
The last album he released was like probably his best work of art.
Was that All Love Lost?
Love Lost,
that one was incredible. Each track was like 5-6 minutes long, but they were loaded tracks.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Crazy.
Damn.
We actually listened to a lot this past 2 weeks, more than we thought.
Well, I didn't listen to a lot, but I watched a decent amount. First being Damon Wayans on Club Shay Shay. I don't know if you guys have.
That was
great. Confirmed. Like I know a lot of people. Cat Williams obviously made history for his episode, rightfully so. But in my personal opinion, this was the best interview that Shannon Sharp.
Bar none. Yes.
I can't explain how much respect that I have for Damon Wayans. He's beyond insightful, funny, authentic, and very transparent in things that most don't talk about, honestly, whether it's growing up, in a certain household where the punishment was excessive. Having a brother that was schizophrenic, and just talking about how that's a fear when you know that something like that runs in your family. Also discussed how he came up with the character Major Payne, which was funny in itself. I never knew like that's based on two real people's voices. Talked about Orlando Brown and having love for him, but like not being the right person to reach out to try to help him, which I thought was very powerful in itself. Talked about being neighbors with Michael Jordan, and how it's cheaper to keep her or kill her. Jokingly, wink, wink, but that was like,
Hey,
just shit
D,
like
do
that.
you
Like,
do you know who like what broke up his marriage? Do you know who the actress was?
was it Katie? Not
No,
Katie.
no,
Sorry. Jennifer.
no,
The oldest daughter. It wasn't Katie.
No.
Blair.
Huh?
no.
What was
It wasn't.
It wasn't clear.
It wasn't. No, I don't know why people started that.
Yeah,
rumor.
that was a rumor I heard.
Because that's weird. That's nasty. No, it was Hillary from Fresh Prince,
Oh wow.
the one he was in Major Payne with.
I did not. They had really good chemistry in the movie, but I didn't know that. But now that you say that, he talked about how you literally could fall in love with the actress, and then the movie's over, and he's like, "Wait,
Yeah,
what
and
about?"
she was like, nah, that's it.
Yeah, like nah, like they was acting type shit, and he didn't ruin his marriage. So,
Right.
damn, you just blew my mind with that. And also, I don't know, like you say, why people would always mention the oldest daughter, like them having a thing, but I do know that she dated. Was it Earl Watson, the former basketball
Yeah,
player?
she married Earl Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
I'd always wondered, like you say, why people used to say that, but no, I had no idea. Damn, that it was Hillary. Which is funny because Will Smith admitted like he wanted to date her.
He liked
She's
her.
like,
Yeah.
nah, like we
Yeah.
can't do that. So damn, now Will Smith, Damon Wayans. Hey, life is funny, man. Life is funny. Also talked about how he dated his nephew's former girlfriend.
That was wild. Yeah, that was wild.
And like knowingly, like they talked about it like
Jeez.
that. That was wild indeed.
Said he
bro.
fell in love too. Like that was crazy. Like
No, like
Yeah.
wow. Then I also have another one. I feel like I got this movie name wrong. So sorry, 1 second. There we go. For some reason, I was going to quote the movie as "Show Me the Money," but it was definitely Jerry Maguire. But Damon Wayans was actually supposed to play Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character.
I remember hearing that.
But they said that he was too tall. So literally, like, he talks about the process of how you literally can be perfect for a role, but like for stuff like that beyond your control, you don't get the part. But he talked about how like you get a notification, or the director can reach out to you and literally tell you like you were perfect. We just kind of had to go this way. But like he said, he got the most beautiful rejection letter ever from certain directors. But the interview was just great, man. Like he literally talks about everything from how writing scripts like help him with his worries or fears of like going crazy. Talked about being suicidal at one point, and it's like we talked about mental health earlier. To hear somebody like Damon Wayans, who at one point was a super famous comedian, like in big time movies, but also knowing people like Deion Sanders once upon a time, like these strong black figures who seemingly appear to be on top of the world, also reaching a point where like they would consider such a thing. I just feel like it's very powerful because again, Damon Wayans didn't have to talk about that in his interview, but he did, and he talked about it in a way where it's like you can just see the growth and talking about himself as a grandfather now. Talk about certain things with his son, Damon Wayans Jr., where like he was born and basically he didn't meet him for like almost a week before he finally realized like, yo, I gotta step up and be a father. But like he just was he's very thoughtful in everything he discussed and very honest. So I really appreciate that interview. That was very long winded, but that was just a great interview all around. Like Shannon Sharp asked great questions and I really enjoyed it. I sent you guys in our group chat that I had started Mobland, and literally, if you watch that show, in the first 5 minutes, I guarantee you'll be hooked. Like, I'm trying to think of all the shows we've ever talked about, we ranked, currently watching. There's never been a first episode that I can recall where 5 minutes in, you get almost the type of scene that you would get almost like at a season finale type of thing. So,
Damn. That's a hell of a sell.
I'm going to recommend it again. You got Pierce Brosnan. My man's from Batman movie was
Christian Bale.
nope.
Oh boy.
Bane. Got to play Bane.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, and then you got the British woman that's very sophisticated, also badass. That's in all the Red movies with Bruce Willis. That's the main 3 actors and actresses in the show. So I can't say any more than that. I think y'all will love it. Okay. And then last 2 things I watched: Jason and Travis Kelce having Ben Stiller on their podcast, and both telling him how much or how impactful rather Heavyweights was.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bro, it's funny. Hear me out, Drew. So back in the day, Travis Kelce was the chubby kid. Like, Jason was always the in shape one, right? But now, like, later in Jason's life, obviously he's the lineman, and Travis is a cool tight end. But like, they literally talked about how impactful that movie was for both of them. And then
my god,
that's like. They all talk about the irony of the fact that this was literally a Disney movie, despite how ruthless he fucking was.
No, that's funny as hell.
Bro,
that's funny as hell,
bro. Minutes into the interview, I'm fucking cracking up, bro. Because they were like, Drew, like how you kind of had that, like, come on. That was like Ben Stiller's reaction.
Yeah.
But both Travis and Jason Kelce was like,
they were sincere.
Like, bro, this seemed like the coolest camp ever. They was like, all the kids were fat. They had the best snacks. Like,
oh my god.
Ben Stiller's like, I just try to let people think of the other side. The perspective where you have these kids literally at camp supposed to lose weight, and none of them are trying hard, and they all are hiding snacks. Like, who really was the bad guy in the movie?
It makes sense, because they probably had it on VHS at their house. They probably played the
yes.
That movie has some really big names. Like, again, it was ruthless.
I don't know. Yeah, if Travis they're saying that, then if they had Heavyweights on VHS, that was probably traumatic for them. Like, it was probably still funny. Like, that was
like legit. Like, they were like, Ben, why were you so mean? And he's like, I wasn't the bad guy. Like, they were at that camp to lose weight. Like,
it's got a young
snacks. Like,
oh man.
Bro, so he put it like that. I'm like, I really got to watch this movie again because I'm sitting here cracking up. But
that's hilarious, man.
Other than that, I watched Real Madrid today play Arsenal, trying to slowly but surely get into the soccer on my horizons.
Come on.
Honestly, it's hype. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sit there and I'll be like, bro, I can never run that much. Like, literally.
I'll give it to that. The stamina's insane.
Bro, insane. And then they have Mbappe. Bro, this dude was launching kicks from, like, he's just cold. Like, I can respect, like, the athleticism it takes while also not being able to fully understand the game yet. But, nah, man, that shit, just the crowds and the energy. Like, how we talk about, like
soccer's energy is different.
Bro, we talked about how college basketball, we may not think is better than the NBA, but, like, the energy, the atmosphere, bro. It's like college hoops, like, times 50, bro. Like, they be hyped. They show them riding their bus. One of my friends sent a link. Shout out to Martin. Send me a link of, like, legit how we celebrate, like, Super Bowl victories and parades. They literally have, like, probably 5 times that amount of people just welcoming the soccer players into the city. Like, people on top of, like, large buildings, everybody chanting, smoking there. Like, bro, that shit was lit. So I just got respect for, like, the culture and the game itself. But, no, I still don't fully understand it.
That's how Woodward's going to be if the Lions win the Super Bowl.
Bro.
People are going to be everywhere.
It's going crazy. So.
No, it was, like, I told you, I work with a lot of international kids at the medical school, and when the World Cup was going on, bro, I ain't never seen the fervor, like, from these kids. Like, they ain't never hyped up off of nothing. But when they team was whooping ass, boy, they almost tore the TV off the goddamn thing. Like, yeah.
Bro, I remember when it was the World Cup back in, was it 2014, I think? It was like, I was doing summer classes at Washtenaw Community College, and they had all the games on the TV, and, like, bruh, it didn't matter who was rooting for, like, the energy was hype. They were playing the games on the TV throughout the school. Like, people was wearing jerseys, like, hype as fuck. People was watching the games, chanting, like, But I don't know if I can compare any like because obviously people gonna get hyped for the Super Bowl, you're gonna get hyped for the
Yeah.
finals, but like every game, people like passionate, super hype. It was nothing like it that I can
Yeah,
think.
but so you just watched that's a league game. Like and they do that at that shit. Like
Yes.
so like you just get the country loyalty like when you watching World Cup. Like this is like watching the Lakers.
Yeah.
So that's how like on a lower scale it is. Like bro, they just watching their Lakers and they going crazy like
Crazy,
that. So.
bro. Like, man, oh my goodness. So, they be having like some of the crowd like be setting shit on fire. Like, bro,
Yeah.
they are so lit. Like, man, shout out to them. Was there anything that y'all watched that y'all want to discuss before moving
Finished season 3 of White Lotus, and it might be my favorite season of that show.
We just started, Drew. We literally
Enjoy it.
just started.
It's something about that show. The anxiety builds up, and like the tension builds up so much. The last episode I thought was awesome, but there's some weird shit that happens for sure. So get
Of
ready.
course.
Yeah.
So started what was it? Oh, we started Black Mirror. First 2 episodes are insane. Yeah, so
Rod. So we actually restarted Black Mirror to catch up. So,
yeah.
bro, there were so many episodes I forgot about from like
Yeah.
when the show first started. What's the dude from Get Out? I can never remember his name, but the episode where like he's on the
Lil Rel?
bike all day long. No, not Lil Rel, the actual Get Out main. actor.
Yeah, it was like a reality show, right?
Daniel
Oh my
something?
God, I
Yeah,
forgot.
Daniel Kaluuya, yep.
That might be one of my favorite episodes.
That's one of my favorite
But
episodes.
so like with the singing competition and all that.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
But
That
then
was fire.
my favorite still to this day is the White Bear episode where the
Okay.
girl wakes up, everyone's filming her all day long.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Hands
Yeah.
down, still my favorite episode. But the new one
That's a really good
I
one.
forgot about was it was called White Christmas, and it's like 3 stories in one. But it's Army Hammer, or no, not Army Hammer. Is that his name? I can't.
Yeah.
think of the-
Yeah, Army
yeah.
Hammer, yep.
He's in that like farmhouse with that one guy trying to get a bro.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm
Bro,
trying
that's a
not
good
to
one too.
spoil it for people who
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but it's 3 stories in one, and the way it all
Yeah.
ties in at the end is just every fucking
Dog.
episode just a mind. Just, it might be the best written show on TV, honestly.
Yeah.
The way
Bro,
they-
I haven't
yeah.
gotten. We
The new
only
ones
on
are good.
episode 2. Yeah, we only on episode 2. The third one has Issa Rae in it, but the second one got what's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross.
Ooh.
Bro, listen, Black Mirror, they get me every time. Every time.
you never
Every
know
time
where
I
it's
say I'm
going.
like I'm not
Yeah.
watching that shit again, and then I'm like I get right back into it. So
I want to see the twist. I want to see the twist.
yeah, I gotta see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
I'm excited to catch up to where you are.
Yeah. What else? We watched The Pit, greatest show on TV, man. And
I'm gonna
Bro,
start
I
getting
keep
back
seeing
to it.
that on Amazon
greatest
Prime.
show on TV, dog. Like, bro, the season finale was everything I thought it could be, and then it's just gonna like it's gonna keep going, and then the emergency room shift that's gonna come out for next season is gonna be during 4th of July weekend, so you know it's about to be lit,
Man.
bro. Like so,
Like actually comes
Yeah,
out
so-
like 4th of July, or that's when it takes place in the show.
no, that's when it takes place on the show.
Gotcha.
It's that weekend.
Gotcha. Oh man, is someone gonna get blown up from a firework?
Obviously Abbott. Bro, yeah, I just know it. Yeah, somebody gonna have a hole in the middle of their stomach, bro.
I want to talk.
It
about
is just
Abbott,
evokes
actually.
so many emotions.
B, what's the last episode you watched on Abbott? Because there's been a lot.
Yeah,
Like I feel like in the
trying to
last
remember.
2 weeks, I know there's only been 2 episodes in the last 2 weeks, but it feels like 5.
yeah. The season finale came on tonight, so
Oh shit. Oh, so yeah, the last one I watched
Yeah.
was The Rally, which was last week. So then one more tonight.
which is
then.
last week. Yeah,
That's a 22
Yep.
episode season. That's amazing for season 4. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Did you see the karaoke one, B?
I have not.
Oh,
Bro, B, if you do anything, watch that one. It's the greatest Abbott episode
honestly
ever.
just binge
I
them.
promise you.
I like that with Abbott when you're behind a couple and you just binge a few. It's fun.
Bro, I can't wait till you see the karaoke episode
He's
because
gonna be
you're going to
dying.
blow up the group chat.
Bro.
Right. Like,
When I
I'm going
texted
through
you
the
the other
episodes
night,
now.
when I texted you the other night about Zach Fox when he went in the
oh, yeah.
he was just like, all right. Do any of y'all know how to text your landlord how to pay the bill on time?
Right.
Or something
How to
like
pay.
that? Show of hands, show of hands. I was dying.
Oh, man.
I told Mariah too. I love that they keep him in, even though he's Janine Zach's. Like it's such a great role.
Bro, they had him as a substitute
It's
teacher.
so good.
Bro, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
The fact he showed up on that Monday killed me.
Oh, right.
Oh, then the meme that's going around too when Greg opens his check. Damn.
Damn.
The way he just looks at the camera, just I'm out of here. Yeah, B, you got a lot to watch.
It's either I saw Volunteers. Honestly, I don't know. Volunteers is the one with the Always Sunny cast.
Yeah, Always Sunny.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. I know it's before the Volunteers episode, but I feel like I don't remember watching the spring break episodes or winter break episodes in full. I feel like I fell asleep on them. Also, don't remember the deli, but I do remember the dad fight episode.
The deli one.
So I almost feel like I gotta.
The Deli was a filler episode. It wasn't nothing.
Okay, because I don't remember that one at all.
The dad fight was hilarious.
Dad fight was hilarious. Saw that one.
You got like 6-7 episodes then to catch up on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the science fair either. So
Science fair was good.
That was good.
Science fair was good.
I'm pretty behind. Answer your question. Like, I got some binging to do
But
for sure.
that's the thing with that show. They're so easy to watch. You can watch 3 episodes in an hour.
Oh yeah, like that's why I love it. Like,
Yeah.
you can save up the episodes and binge it in the amount that it probably would take to watch like a movie or two. So
Yeah.
no, I can lock in on that for sure.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that y'all watch?
Nah, not really.
I feel like there is. No, Black Mirror was the main one I wanted to talk about. I'm glad you brought it up.
Perfect. Well, since we last recorded, there's been a few things that happened in sports. I just wanted to run through really quickly. The Raiders standout pass rusher Max Crosby has been named the assistant general manager for football at Eastern Michigan University.
I was
Shout
about to
out
say congratulations to you guys, but also, fuck it. He didn't sign the Lions,
No, that's real, Drew. That's real because that was my dream.
Yeah.
So Crosby becomes the first active NFL player to hold the position. He will now help Eastern Michigan evaluate high school and portal prospects, manage his NIL budget, and also serve as special assistant to the AD on fundraising, alumni relations, and student-athlete support.
You're about to get the next Charlie Batch there.
I was going to say, a.k.a. cut the check.
Right. Yeah, that's
You
it.
can have any title you want, sir. Just
And
please
Crosby
help
can
us.
just write it off on his taxes now.
Yep, that's
What a
literally what it
dream.
comes down
What a
to.
dream.
Oh man. In the NBA and basketball in general, college hoops. So have a few stats here, but since steals became an official stat in 1986, the NCAA tournament teams are 335 games to 1 in games that they beat their opponent in field goal percentage, free throw attempts, assists, turnovers, and steals. The lone loss was Duke when they lost on Saturday night. I believe it was to Florida. But just saw that stat and was like, yeah, I got to add that to my notes. And then over the last 25 seasons, there have been 7,859 instances of a Division I team, trailing by 5 points at halftime and at least 5 times in a single season. Only one of those 7,859 has come back to win every single one of those games. That one team is the Houston Cougars that end up winning. Well, they won before they got put out, but thought that stat was crazy, so definitely wanted to add that one too.
A good 3,000 of that stat is Michigan State coming back in the second half.
Very accurate. Very accurate. TNT, this is a few weeks ago now, if not a week ago, but the coverage of the Warriors-Lakers game averaged 2.5 million viewers to deliver cable's second most viewed NBA telecast outside of opening night and Christmas this year. The telecast ranked as TNT's most watched non-opening night LeBron James and Steph Curry meeting in 6 years. So again, we kind of talked about it earlier with Ty, but how the narrative of people not watching like they once were, I'm not sure how accurate that is. In addition to the game averaging 2.5 million viewers on TNT, True TV, and Max, Warriors-Lakers was the most watched regular season game internationally on NBA League Pass this season. NBA Topics represented the #1 trending topic on X and the U.S. for 10 straight hours. So that was interesting. People are watching. Dwight Howard has been elected as a first ballot member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2025. Sources told ESPN Howard was was an 8-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2020 NBA champion, shout out to Bron, and won 1 Olympic gold medal with Team USA.
Hey, he balled in the
WNBA
bubble.
legends. Sorry, what was that, Drew?
He balled in the bubble.
He
did.
did tough.
I mean, he was an AD balled for real, but yeah, Dwight was a great piece to have then.
Yeah, no, great role piece for sure.
You're not a fan of him?
No, I don't mind him at all. I'm just
gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
WNBA legends Sue Bird and Maya Moore. Shout out to man. Talk about what could
Shout
have
out to
been.
him.
I mean, she took on a much larger purpose in life, but selfishly, I just always wondered like what her career would have been.
Man.
But they have both been elected into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2025. Bird was a 13 WNBA All-Star teams, 4 championships, while Maya Moore was a 4-time champion and a 6-time All-Star. And then the Pistons officially clinched their first playoff berth. And they, with doing so, they finally conveyed the first-round pick that they traded in 2020 for Isaiah Stewart. So congrats to the Timberwolves. Nikola Jokic made history after securing another record. He averaged a triple-double on the season for the 2024-2025 campaign, joining Russell Westbrook, who did it 4 times, and Oscar Robinson as the only players in NBA history to accomplish this feat.
Man.
Speaking of accomplishments, players to play in all 82 games of the NBA season now that the season has wrapped up. You got Chris Paul first on the list, who for the first time in his career actually, and the first player to ever play in all games in season 20 or later. You got Jalen Green, Mikal Bridges, Jared Allen, Harrison Barnes, Jaden McDaniels, Julian Champagne, Bub Carrington, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Malik Beasley, and Buddy Hield as the only players to do this for this season. The Oklahoma City Thunder went 55, 23, and 4 against the spreads for the regular season, for all my gamblers out there. Marks the best against the spread mark in the last 35 seasons per ESPN Stats Info. Gambling is bad, kids. Remember that.
No, it's not. Send me that bet because I don't want to forget either. I was gonna say. I was gonna text you when you're done. It was like, I want to tell you.
No, please do. Please do.
For $5, that's it.
So the New Orleans Pelicans have officially fired Executive Vice President David Griffin. After 6 seasons, the franchise will have a new head basketball of operations. Actually, recently
They hired Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars. And Joe actually released a statement I feel like was nothing but a shot at Zion, but at this point I feel like it's what he needs. So
What'd he say?
Curious. Basically, like, let me see. I don't want to misphrase this. So I'm gonna see
I saw the news, but I didn't hear what he said. Zion's a basket case.
Zion, he need therapy, bro.
He needs
Because every time I see Mariah Mills, I'm like, bro,
no. When I see that diaper booty, I'm like, ain't no way in the hell you.
Ain't no way, dog.
You just gotta be real. Like, ain't no way you saw that and nah. You a sick man. You a very sick man. I can't hold you up. Let me see if I can't find a quote for Joe Dumars' introduction.
If you can, just summarize if you remember.
Basically, it's like I want to make sure we have a lot of talent on the roster, and I want to make sure we do everything to have individuals committed. It's just one of those like, it's a shot at somebody, but it's like, oh my goodness. But no, I'll find the official quote. When I saw that, I was like, okay, so I guess Zion has a decision to make. Either you in or you out. But No, I think this is like another year or fifth year straight where he played like 35 games or let some crazy
Yeah,
stat.
so
It's like, bro, at some point, like
yeah.
Yeah.
you got to get it together.
Valenti says it all the time, and it's so true. Is that availability is a stat, or is a it's an attribute, and I agree. Like especially in the NFL, but all those guys you just mentioned who played 82 games, they deserve another contract
Yeah.
just for that
Bro,
alone. That's
like
incredible.
we seen up close like what the Pistons roster went through.
Yeah.
So for Malik Beasley to be like, I mean, not like it's a decision everybody could have made, but
hmm
he took it upon himself to play all 82.
Well,
Like,
not
man,
the fact that Michael Bridges could have played that last game, but obviously they're resting him and they still gave him the 6 seconds. Just it shows you everything you need to know about a guy. Like means he
yeah,
puts in the work day in day out at practice. The fact his streak is what like 4 seasons in a row or something without
Yeah.
missing.
yeah,
He ain't missed the
That's
game in 4
it's like
insane.
seasons.
500
Yeah,
something games
he's
now.
worth every
Like,
penny of his contract. That means
bro, it's
you don't
just.
get guys like that.
And I'm sure all those guys were given the opportunity, like, hey, we
Yeah,
want to rest you. You want to sit it? They was like, nah, like,
yeah.
no, it says a lot, like you said about the character. And then my last note here is FAMU is actually finalizing a deal to hire Charlie Ward as their next men's basketball coach. The
dope.
deal is pending final board approval as of 3 p.m. today. And Ward, obviously, being a former Heisman Trophy winner at Florida State and a star basketball player at Florida State and in the NBA. So,
Nice.
hey, always talk about best athletes of all time. Make sure you put Charlie Ward on that list, man.
Oh, facts.
And on that note, that is everything that I had. Anything else you guys want to touch upon before we get out of here?
The NBA store has drastically decreased prices on Joel Embiid and jerseys for Phoenix team store. So I don't know if that's a sign for anything to come, if it's news before news is released, but dude, they've cut his jersey prices by like 70% on there. It's insane.
Really?
You can go buy an authentic Joel Embiid jersey for like 50 to 80 bucks right now.
No, I need to cop that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm telling you,
I'll fuck with Embiid.
it's crazy.
He ain't gonna play, so it don't matter.
That's the thing. I mean, is it a sign of what's to come if this off season?
I don't know, but they just
Uh-huh.
said that there's interest there between Kevin Durant and the Rockets, and KD is soon to talk with the, I guess, head management of the Phoenix Suns. So
Yeah, that
That was a dumbass trade to begin with. I don't know why they
every
did that,
move they
so.
made has been terrible.
I feel like I understand the KD trade, but the Bradley Beal trade is the one where it's like,
That's stupid.
They gutted
Bro,
their
that's-
bench.
bro, that's easily the worst contract right now in basketball. Like,
Yeah.
and you guys traded a lot of picks. Like, you gave up a lot to try to get that third piece, and it's like, I always was the one with like, it's kind of redundant with what Booker already provides. But
That's what I'm saying, right?
the rhetoric was, hey, either Beal or Booker will be point guard, and that sounds good on paper, but like,
Beal
both
can't
of them are
stay
bucket
healthy
getters,
either,
bro. Like, they'll make the right play, but they paid to get buckets, so
Bro,
it just was never a fit. And then Bradley Beal's always hurt.
always hurt.
Kevin Durant, I mean, he's still hooping, but at the same time, he'll miss the game here and there. So it's tough all around, man. But hey, shout out to the Pistons, man. I'm looking forward to this series against the Knicks.
Right. Pistons and 6.
Pistons and 6. And on
Um,
that,
I got one more thing, and
Yes,
it's for Kiera Gerard. I will be sending her the files, the audio files, so she can edit the fucking pod this week. Especially because it's Easter weekend, and I may not have the time to do it. It's to her,
Listen,
standards.
man, she's an avid fan, and she be waiting on the episode.
I love it. It
On my head
fuels me
top,
to
I'm
go
like,
edit
bro.
quicker, so I like it.
no, man. Like we were discussing earlier with Ty, man. It never gets old to hear people say they still took time upon their day.
Yeah.
With all the other options, all the other things that they can listen to or fill their time with. So from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure all of our hearts, man, we just want to thank anybody listening to us consistently. Shout out to Ty, who's also been a very
Yeah,
consistent
shout out
listener
to
of
them.
ours. So it just feels good. And discussing, interviewing local artists, that's something we've always talked about on the show. Like, so anybody out there, if you're listening, you feel like, hey, there's a local artist that you guys really should check out, to possibly interview, let us know. Reach out to us via social media. But no, I'm very thankful for the support we still have. And Drew, you sent that episode from 2022, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how long we've been doing this. And like Gerard said, we've been doing this for a long ass time, and it's still mostly just off the passion, man. So
It's funny when you put that in the chat. It was like, did we have an episode called Shuffle Mode? I'm like, I feel like I've seen it before. And sure enough, from 2022, it's crazy.
Crazy.
If anybody wants to go back and listen to a loaded episode, that's the one. Shuffle Mode Part 1.
hey,
But I'm going to listen to it tomorrow because there ain't shit to listen to still. Except
Well-
Kane Bishop. I'm going to listen to that. That
Yeah,
Ty
for sure.
recommended.
Drew, I think you just gave us a great wrap for our show. So
Yeah.
on that note, this has been another episode of Two Hip Hop Senseis and the Casual Man. Until the next time, y'all be easy.
One.
Take care.